think, first of all, I want to apologize. I think all of you know that we've made it a policy of ours not to come and ask for money mid-stride of our budget. Ask for what we need during our budget process and the budget approval. But it's been brought to my attention, my concerns have been raised, and that's why we're coming to you tonight to talk to you about this, because it's something that I don't think that we need to wait until next July. I'm 100% confident that if I came to you all in July, that it would be approved in my budget. I have all the confidence in the world in you all of approving that. But I feel like it's necessary. When we talk about the number of calls that we've responded to, and as you can see, it's extremely heavy, and basically where these will sit is on the passenger seat of the patrol car. Your suspects and people you arrest don't ride in the passenger side, so a lot of the officer's supplies are in the passenger seat. This would actually sit in the passenger seat, and then if they're responding to a call, like we did today.
So what, your fine deputy back here's got the vest on now?
Correct.
The
difference in this, and I'm really hesitant to say this, I know there's video being recorded now, but what I really hate to say is the type of guns that will be used that could go through that. What I can tell you with confidence, that every one of you sitting up there have a gun at home that will go through that bulletproof vest. Every one of your deer hunting rifles will go through that.
And they won't go through this.
And they won't go through this, the new one, correct. But all of them that I just gave you an example of will go not only into that vest, but through that vest, through his body, and out the other side. Your common deer hunting rifle. Your 7.62, your AR-15s that you hear a lot about, your 30-30s. If you remember, just in the last few years, there was a situation that we responded to on Nashville Branch, where we were actually shot at 32 times. And how we kept from being shot is hiding behind trees. We had surrounded this house, and the individual, an elderly man, came out with his 30-30, with his 22, and also with his pistol, and shot at us 32 times. If he would have struck any of those officers with any of the guns that he was shooting, they would have penetrated the bulletproof vest that they were wearing. Your 223, your 308s, your 30-30, 30-06, 270, 7.62.
It's a practical reason. So the reason you don't wear that all the time is because
it's extremely heavy. You couldn't actually wear that all the time.
Yeah.
And so what you do is, what they would do is, we would have it, for instance, in the passenger seat. Today, when I responded to that call today, what I would have done at 12:10 today is I got in my patrol vehicle. We knew there was a gun call, just like he told you, 137 this year alone we responded to. You would know to go ahead and put that vest on when you responded to that call. As Tony will tell you, Tony's our expert in firearms, and also over the patrol with Lieutenant Lane. What he'll tell you is those are 137 calls that we knew that we were responding to a call that came through dispatch 911 of a 1082, a weapon involved. That doesn't include the other calls. Just this week alone, when I was getting my statistics together for you all tonight, yesterday, they gave me 3 more examples just this week where people had guns, that the call wasn't a 1082 involved, a weapon involved, but when they got there, they found that the weapon was involved. This week they arrested a convicted felon, and as they were arresting him, he tried to grab a pistol out of his pocket that he had on him. I could give you several incidents. This commission is familiar with the 18-hour standoff that we had last year, where the man had a hidden bunker down in his basement, and we spent 18 hours and ended up having to go in to get him. Every one of the vests that we were wearing that night when we went in, the gun that he had in his hand, that the only reason he dropped it is he got flashbang and got sprayed with water. Otherwise, if he would have taken a shot with that round, it would have penetrated the vest of any of the officers there. The situation with the man that just shot himself that we had in Clark's Chapel, he had 24 guns. 12 of those guns he had set out at each of his windows while we were outside negotiating, trying to get him to let the hostage go. if he would have taken from the crow's nest a shot at any of our officers, all the vests that all of us were wearing, the guns that he had stationed at the windows would have penetrated. So it's my request that I've asked the county manager and my liaison commission to be able to have an open conversation about this, look for ways to get that money. We think that there's a way that we can do it within our budget. The scary thing is we don't know how the end of the year is going to be. We don't know what we're going to do from now till the end of the year, where we will be, for instance, on our food supply in our jail. But I don't think this is something that we can put off until next July budget. I think we need to find a way to make it happen within our current budget.
To speak to the money,
Yeah,
what we discussed with the manager and the sheriff is you know that the county manager and myself have been in discussions with the Angel Medical Center about our food budget. And those discussions have moved along.